What's going on, folks, on the replay? Just going to wait on a couple of people to hop in here. And we're going to kick off this Saturday night. Let's see who's going to be first. Hey, what's up? Burgie in the house. You are first, sir. What's up, H Factor and GG Cupcakes. What's up, Lonnie? What's up, Awesome Dude? What's up, Expert Killer and Bacon Z? Dude, you got bacon in your name. I'm a fan, bro. What's up, Savion, Rive, Splash, Frankie, Respect. Happy Saturday night, guys. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Ricky? What's up, Steven? So, I know this is the Madden Overdrive stream. What's up, Joshua, Biz Knight, Count, Tyler, and Witty Banter? Yeah, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to play some Overdrive. We're going to talk some strategy. I'm going to give you guys, a lot of people, you guys have been long-term subscribers, and a lot of people are like, yo, CHF, give like your honest opinions on stuff. So we're going to cover my honest opinions. What I like about the game. What I don't like about the game. What I want to see changed. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I will say I am much more for the game. It's not just because I'm a game changer. I actually do enjoy this game better than last year's version as a whole. And maybe it's just because I'm a gameplay guy. I'm a gameplay YouTuber. So the new engine and graphics, especially since I have, since I have a gameplay channel, like, I don't know. I like the new engine. I do. That's awesome, Savion. Glad it helped. So I gotta ask, I'm just a tiny little baby YouTuber. But is anybody else mad that KSI and Logan Paul didn't result in a winner? Like, I feel like that was just completely staged, like all the hype leading up to it. And I was excited because I'm like, all right, somebody who, probably the world, the most people in the world probably want to punch one of those guys in the face. And they were going to go ahead and, do that. But the tie, come on. Like, that to me seems so fake and like straight out of the WWE's playbook because it just sets up the replay or the rematch. Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Pick Six Brett? Yeah, I agree it's elite. I think it was rigged too. I think it was totally rigged to not have a winner so that they could come back and have a rematch, and instead of selling it for $10, sell it for $20. Because it is all about that money. So it's good, guys. Welcome. So I don't know, guys. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stuff. I've been trying to put out a bunch of helpful content kind of straying just from the gameplay stuff. Trying to help you guys build your teams as a free-to-play player. Man, I wouldn't fight anybody. I'm not a fighter, dude. I'm not a fighter. I wouldn't fight anybody. But we'll talk about kind of how to build your team, what my strategy is, like in Overdrive, LVL. We'll talk about kind of everything in the state of the game. We'll play some games. We'll just have some fun. But yeah, CHF versus Adam boxing match. I wouldn't box Adam. I like Adam. Adam's my friend, guys. So yeah. So I'm not even going to acknowledge that one. But a huge shout out to Creative Blackout here. Guys, Blackout is my artist. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll see that we've come a long way from the screenshot of the Word document with just a few words on a white background. And I think Creative Blackout, which is at Blackout Creates over on Instagram, if you need any kind of artwork, he's your guy. Trust me on that. You will not find a better value. But a huge shout out to him, and show him some love if you've been liking the thumbnails. I think it's totally up there. So how do you stop PA fullback fake? Dwayne, there's a lot of plays in this game that really can't be stopped. That's just the reality. What's up, James For Real? What's up, Snay? What's up, Frost? What's up, Tim, Logan, everybody else? So let's talk. I know what everyone wants me to talk about. Everyone wants to know, because I've been pretty quiet, what doesn't CHF like about Madden Overdrive? And I'm going to tell you, there are some things that I do not like about Madden Overdrive. I'm trying to be mostly positive, mainly just because before I go into any of this, we're going to do a little rant. We're going to do a little playing. But look, this is a CHF Talks Madden Overdrive video. So I'm not going to rant. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say the stuff I like, the stuff I don't like. And I think I've already said, look, the engine and the gameplay engine, guys, I love it. It's so much better than anything we have seen before in any kind of mobile football game. And before I get into this other stuff, and y'all are going to call me a sellout because I'm a game changer, but whatever, because what I'm about to say is fact, not opinion. It is fact. So if you don't like it, you're just denying facts. EA has done an incredible job this year in two things. One, listening to the community and responding. Now, I'm not saying that they fixed every single issue that you guys have tweeted out at them or anything like that, but their response rate in shutting things down, in banning cheaters, in addressing legitimate concerns, they have been on it this year like I've never seen before. And two, their communication this year has been better than ever before. Between the Mutthead Ask Me Anythings, the updates on Twitter, I'm not going to say that they fixed every issue, because they haven't. I'm not going to say I don't still have issues with the game. I do. But all of you guys who are just pure hate, I don't care if you don't like what I said, but what I said is a fact. Their communication and their responsiveness has been better than ever before. Okay? So there. I'm going to start with some positive in case EA is going to watch this. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to trash stuff, but I'm going to be honest. And there are some things that I don't like. So now that I got that out of the way, I also want to go ahead and shout out, guys, I've been so busy since I become a game changer. I've kind of like not given as much love to my OG sponsor. So I do want to remember to shout them out, guys. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, it started literally with me making videos on a phone with like my face cam and my finger swiping in front of it. Quality has been stepped up in addition to my artist. Guys, put yourself in the game. If you're a content creator, go check out the Web Around. They're my sponsor. You will not get a better deal on a green screen. It's a green screen that attaches to your chair. It's super portable. And they just opened a brand new gaming division. And guys, it kicks up your quality so much. Like, trust me, it kicks up your quality so much just to do that. So, now let's get into the things that CHF doesn't like. And you guys are putting a few of those things out there. And I'll start with that one, DJ PM. I think somebody probably said this before as well. The button size, specifically in my opinion, is the analog stick. It needs to be a little bit bigger. I've gotten kind of used to it just by playing, but you have to be so meticulous about getting your fat thumb right in the middle. Because if you're not right in the middle when you start to move it, you're never going to grab a hold of it. Yeah, bullseye. And that's what I was going to say. They've already acknowledged that they're looking to fix this. But that's one of my current beefs. Is that the analog stick is not there. And I'm glad that they've acknowledged and said that they're fixing that. Number two, and this one bugs me. There's some other ones that I'm going to get to that I dislike and I think need changing. That are probably more important than my gripe. But because I'm an LVL player and a competitive player, not throwing the ball when you want to throw the ball. It doesn't happen every time. Sometimes it's like perfect and you tap your receiver, he throws it. Other times I have legitimately found myself seeing a flat route, wanting to throw it and like mashing hard on the spot 3 or 4 times only to take a sack. That is a huge gameplay issue for me. It bugs me to the nth degree, and I can't stand it. Like, if I push a receiver, especially if it's not like one where there's 2 receivers on the side, like where the game's getting confused about who I'm throwing it to, like I got one guy in the flat trying to throw it to him, and there's nobody else on that side of the field, and after 3 or 4 presses, he still doesn't throw it. Like, that's to me annoying. Thankfully, it doesn't happen all the time, but I know that it's going to happen on a 4th down in LVL one time, and I'm going to want to break stuff. Like, I'm going to want to break stuff when that happens, so I'm going to be upset about it now and hope it gets fixed without that happening. Hey, thanks so much, Jack. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm still thinking through what I'm going to do for 10K. It's got to be a big thing. Like, it's got to be something big. So I got to figure out what that's going to be. So we covered those. The analog stick, not throwing. Howard Tran, it doesn't work that way, and nobody would give you free coins anyway, even if it did. But beyond that, the next couple of things, and I have no insight into these things. A lot of times people are like, oh, game changers know all this stuff. Not really. And there's certain things that I may know that I couldn't tell you, but I'm just going to say, look, I have seen it and heard from a lot of people in the community about the NTO issue. Now, some people said recently it's been getting better. I'm going to be honest. I have never experienced, I'm one of the lucky people. I have never had an experience with NTO problems on either of my devices. So I don't exactly feel your pain, but I can imagine your pain because I've seen some people who like literally get, NTOs more often than they don't. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream, man. What's up, Threll, TJ, everybody else? So that to me, the fact that there are NTO problems, I don't, that's beyond me. I'm not techie. Like, I don't know what goes into servers and all that stuff behind the scenes. I don't know. But I just think, for players that y'all shouldn't have to deal with NTOs. And whatever has to be done, I hope they're on it, and I hope they get that fixed, because that is an issue. I think it shouldn't be that way, and that's definitely something that I think they need to get done quickly. The next one that I know everybody is probably expecting this one. Some of you guys may like this and not find it to be a problem, but as a football purist and a guy who preaches down and distance management and smart play calling, the play spamming drives me insane, guys. It drives me absolutely insane that, like at first it was Hail Mary and 4 vertical spam, and EA fixed that. Like they are on that. If you spam Hail Mary or 4 verticals, you're not going to win games. But what ends up happening is now people are spamming quick slants or PA slot crosses or Seattle and or FL Drive or all of these other plays that are spammable. And I honestly, as a gameplay guy, the play spamming bugs me so much. And I have my own thoughts on what I would want to see to fix that. Probably a ton of people in the community would totally disagree with me on it, but I personally would like to see the return of frequency counters. Not regular counters where you have a game plan and all that stuff and live countering and all that, but I would like to see frequency counters come back. So if you call a play, you have to run at least 4 plays that are different before you can call that play again, or you're going to be taking a sack or fumbling or throwing to a guy who can't catch it, but something to stop the spam. I know that the defense does pick up and get smarter. Oops. Dang it. I put my phone down for too long. All right. I saved it. Because I'm sitting here just talking to you guys. But the play spam to me is frustrating. It is frustrating. I know that the EA has mentioned publicly that they have the ability to like tweak things, and I just hope that they get to that. And I'm sure from the outpouring of everybody complaining about play spamming, hopefully it's on their radar. Hopefully it's something that they're working on. But that is probably my most annoying things in the game right now. So I got to be better. I'm probably going to have to reboot my phone here in a second because it's not responsive. That's what I get for just sitting here and talking for a little bit. So I'm gonna work on that. Spotting. I will absolutely acknowledge it. So the thing is, I play spam. Why am I play spamming? Because I wanted to get to Hall of Fame. And unfortunately, Sorry guys, it literally crashed. Gonna have to shut down some stuff and reopen it, and we will chat while I'm doing that, and then I'll try to keep a finger on the screen so it doesn't do that again. Just gotta open some stuff back up on the computer real quick. And we will get back into it and continue on with my honest thoughts. So let's bring this back up. Sorry, guys. Trying to get it fixed. We will. I will keep that in there. So you know, I did end up, of course, getting to Hall of Fame, but I don't like having to play spam. I don't like having to play spam. Like, I can play spam back. If you're play spamming me, I can totally do it back and beat you. I just don't want to have to do that. Like, it's annoying. It's just annoying to have to do that. Especially because you see it so much that, like, if you accidentally just happen to, like, bump into somebody who doesn't spam plays and, like, you could have an honest, like, good competitive match, you don't even know because you can't see what plays they're calling. So you're in a thing where you hit, like, 6 play spammers in a row, so you finally decide, all right, I'm just going to play spam so I can keep getting some dubs. And then you hit some dude, and then you feel bad because he didn't play spam and you play spammed against him. At least I do. I feel bad because I don't want to play spam, but I play spam, you know, after I lose 2 in a row of trying to play legit, and then I go in there and I look at somebody who's spamming PA slot crosses or X follow or anything else there. Like, I'm human. I'm human, guys. I'm going to just start play spamming back at that point. But yeah, that's kind of my knocks on the game. But let me be honest, because a lot of people are not being honest, in my opinion. A lot of people are not being honest, in my opinion, about the positive things in the game. One, and I get it, okay? So, like, everyone complains that the game is pay to win, right? Everyone complains, oh, it's pay to win. Well, guys, think back to last year. Dude, last year, within a week, we had people with 100 overall teams because of training. This year, like every year, if people spend a bunch of money on Madden Cash and get elites when nobody has had any time to legitimately grind out elites, of course it's pay to win. Of course it's pay to win. But it is nowhere near as bad a pay to win as it has been in prior years. Yeah, so I mean, so that's the reality. And what I like, so some people are going to disagree with me on this. Come on. Some people are going to disagree with me on this. I think the rewards this year for a free-to-play grinder of stuff that you can start to focus on day one is better than ever. Like, so many people are complaining, I can't build my team. There's no way for me to do this as a free-to-play player. And I dropped a video on this, like a video that's a little different from how I normally do my videos. But I wanted to bring it out and just point out, look, LVL, which is my favorite game mode. The rewards for LVL this year, like last year, you got 3 players and that was it. This year, you have all of these players here, like all of these players that you can grind to, right? Like, are all brand new free elites. And I mean, some of these are dope and legit. I mean, like this Justin Simmons, 85 speed on a safety is totally legit. And that, I mean, when I look through here and see all these free things that you can get, in my opinion, I'll take that over a set where the sets didn't have much. But yeah, it takes forever. But guys, you're not supposed to have a free 85 overall team 2 weeks in the game. If you did, like if it was possible to get an 85 overall team 2 weeks into the game for free, I just want you to follow me, like, from a logic standpoint. And I know, like, some of you may not be old business guys like I am, but if everybody could go out there and get an 85 all elite team for free 2 weeks into the game, why would anybody spend a penny on the game? I wouldn't. I don't know anybody who would. If spending hundreds of dollars would get me, an 85 team 2 days sooner than spending $0 could get me the exact same thing, I wouldn't buy anything. I don't know anybody who would. Now let's just think logically of what that means. If nobody spends money on the game and nobody's buying Madden Cash, we don't have Madden Overdrive. We don't have Madden Mobile. We don't have a game to play because EA is not a charity. No game developer is developing a game not to make money. They're making a game to make money. Like, that's literally the point. We, as gamers, just get the pleasure of playing them. Some of us spend money, some of us don't. Yeah, I'm going for the Speed Ace. I am, yes. Adios, Pedro. Thanks for stopping in, man. So yeah, I'm going for the Speed Ace. So I want to talk about my team. I've been working the auction house. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I did buy a bundle early on. So my team's looking pretty legit. Got a couple of investments that I've already made. And while they're there as investments, you'll see there, I already have my offensive guard up the strength train. What I'm doing, guys, is I'm going through each of those and getting like 75 of the ones that I want, that I like the tier 1 of the league rewards, and I'm getting those guys quick. So that's my offense. I lucked out. I will say Larry Fitzgerald, I really like this card. I think it's insulting how slow he is at like 78 speed for such a big team, a big high level card. But this dude catches everything to the point where it's almost like annoying. Like if he's running like a double slant route and I throw to the other guy, like he'll literally like come down and like intercept it almost. Like I'm not even throwing you, Larry Fitzgerald, but you're ball hog so much that you're going to go ahead and just jump in front of him and take it. But honestly, he's not that fast, but he's an amazing slot receiver and he runs routes really clean. Best ways to gain ace accolades. Great question. Great question. And all you league admins and commissioners are going to love me saying this. The league I'm in, which has 3 leagues in one, it's a league-wide requirement. All 80 members of the league must donate 100 crowns a day to the league bank every single time. And here's why. Here's why. If we go in here into the store, come on now. If you go into the store and you look at the league, so every day, spend your 75 league crowns and get your ace voucher for the one that you're going to. But when you donate 100 crowns a day, you're giving your league 1,000 experience. 10 people doing that will level up your league. So when you level up your league by donating 100 crowns, you're going to get league ace vouchers in your league bank ranging from 3 to 5. So if you think, I put in 100 a day and I can get 3 to 5 for those, that's by far the best possible use of your crowns. So if you are in a league, make your league donate their crowns to the league every single day. And don't make them do it for you. Make them do it for themselves. It'll allow them to claim more league ace things by just donating that 100 stamina to the league. If everybody in the league does it, everyone in the league will get these players faster. So make sure to do that. Every person in the league. So much so that like we don't want to have to audit it, but I'm sure if somebody's slacking and not donating and everybody else in the league is donating, they'll probably get the boot. And they should get the boot. And they're just dumb because they're not paying attention to the fact that if they donate, it's better for them than spending it on something else. So there's a couple of new things. So I dropped my video like yesterday about like the free-to-play thing. Yes, hey, shout out to you, Caleb. Absolutely, man. Shout out to you. So I'm not going to buy anything because I'm saving my league crowds to donate. I may kind of come up with more things. So they changed a couple of things. And I think this is another instance of EA listening to people. They didn't fully do things, but with Legends promo, there were like literally 3 different Legends currencies. Not anymore. They simplified the Legends promo. They simplified it. And to me, that's good. Like, I like that there's a lot of alternative currencies. Some people don't. Like, some people like just having coins. I'm a fan of these other currencies because of a couple of reasons. Yeah, I already shouted you out, man. So I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again, man. But I'm a fan of multiple currencies, and here's why. Over the course of a season, and you saw this like last year, right? Over the course of a season, as more and more coins are produced, however they're produced, something happens. Just like any economy. If you pump a bunch of money in, prices go up. It's called inflation, and we saw a ton of inflation last year. And what ends up happening is if you're there from day one grinding and working the auction house every single day, pulling up a ton of things, you're going to have more coins than somebody who comes in like 2 weeks into the season and they see a Madden Overdrive commercial during their favorite NFL game and they're like, oh, let me go check out this game. So they get in there, they start making some coins, and then they look and everything in the auction house is like 10 times as expensive as it should be because there's so many coins pumped into the economy. What I like about these alternative currencies is it gives people like that an opportunity to acquire quality players without having to deal with inflation. They can look at it and say, wow, coin prices are just insane. Well, you know what? I'm going to grind the heck out of 24/7. I'm going to grind the heck out of Team of the Week. I'm going to grind the heck out of Legends. And I'm not going to worry about that insane inflation because I don't have a stack yet. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be able to get the good gold players. I'm going to be able to get the good elite players by just grinding the game. And I think having a path for grinding to get good players that is not dependent on having to grind the auction house and deal with inflation, to me, is a good thing for the casual players out there. Now, I know I run like, my league, I'm competitive in the game. I know I have like a gameplay channel and a lot of my audience is more competitive than, say, the casual players. But the reality is, like, you got to cater to everybody, and having a means for a casual player to build a team without having to like spend a ton of time in the auction house to make up for lost time is, in my opinion, a good, smart move by EA that is honestly in the best interest of the broader community. Sniping filters. I am not the sniping filter guy. There are so many YouTubers that do that. I personally do not share my sniping filters because if I shared my sniping filters, they wouldn't work anymore. They wouldn't work anymore, at least not for me. Like, I'd have too many people competing on my sniping filters. But I will give you the best auction house advice you guys could possibly ever get from anyone, okay? You guys want it. I'm not going to give you a specific filter, but I am going to show you how to work the auction house, okay? And make all the coins you want. Yeah, I'm not doing sniping filters. And anybody who does sniping filters is basically only causing inflation, and if more than like 100 people know the sniping filter, it's just going to drive the price up on everything all you want. So guys, let's look at this, okay? Go in. Jerry, you're going to love this, man. So, yeah, you're going to love this, Jerry. So, let's say you want to create your own sniping filter. Why not, right? Like, why rely on somebody else giving you a sniping filter when you can just make up your own sniping filter? So here's a good way to do that. Let's say that we specifically want to focus on... well, let's go more basic than that. Let's say we want to focus on defensive tackles that are at least a 70. You know what? Let's look for good gold sniping filters, right? So we want to look for a defensive tackle, and oops, I don't want to do the elites. You know what? I'll leave it there. So hang on. So we will see. Just put in a test price, 15,000. Can we get a 79 defensive tackle for 15,000? No, we cannot. Doesn't look like there are any. So we would just go in here, bump it up, 20,000. Let's see if we get any here. Nope. Let's go in and see where we can start. I'm going to jump higher. I didn't realize how high gold prices are apparently. Nothing at 30,000. Let's try. This is going to get ridiculous. It's got to be under 50, right? What? No DTs under 50K? I may have just stumbled on a good sniping filter. Live. 60. All right. So, man, that's not even like, I'm going to go even higher. Wow. All right, so DTs are legitimately, and that's not even a good one. I don't have a big enough sample size. I don't have a big enough sample size. Like, I don't even feel comfortable calling that a sniping filter at that point when there's only one there. Let's start at 40 and do like 76 and up DTs. All right, so it looks like we're seeing some in this range. Let's see. I saw one at 21, so we're just going to drop this down. Let's see if we can get them under 20. All right, so there's not too many there. These are actually pretty new. But what I would say is they're basically going for 20K, at least, roughly. So what I would do is I would go in here and I would say, how much profit do I want to make? If I think I can sell it for 20K, maybe I'm comfortable buying it for 12K. So I would just put it in on a bid and see how many come up when I bid. And then here's what I would do, guys. I just created my own sniping filter out of nowhere. Pick any tier, any position, any player, whatever you want to find. Find what it goes for. Draw the price back in. And then go through here. And just bid on a bunch of them. Bid on every single one of them that you have coins for. If it's under the price that you can definitely sell for profit, go down and bid on every single one of them. Now do this with like 5 or 6 different filters. You do it with 76 plus DTs. You do it with corners. You do it with silver punt returners. You do it with whatever the heck you want to sell. And go in and just drop a ton of bids on everything. Spend like 15 minutes just nonstop bidding on everything. Dropping all your coins into bids. And then what you do is you just sit here in my bids. And as they come down, then you just go in and you bid on some. And if the bid price goes too high, stop selling. Let them have it. Set your own price in your mind that you're going to sell for. And just win them. And then if you know, okay, I got it for 12K, I'm going to list it for 19K, you're done. That's the way to make coins in the auction house that no one can ever take away from you by sharing the filter that you're camping. I'm teaching you to fish instead of giving you a fish here. But it doesn't matter what's there. Just find the price of what something is worth. Subtract a reasonable profit margin and then just bid snipe. Bid snipe, bid snipe, bid snipe. Do it every time you're playing. Like what I do is I'll go in, I'll play a round of Overdrive, I'll come back, bid, go play another round of Overdrive, and so on and so forth. But you don't need anybody to teach you to make coins. You just need to know the general approach to working the auction house. Find the value of that range. If you're getting into elites or rare cards, you find that specific card that you're looking for. But yeah, that is how you can make coins. Am I a fan of the new Coin Legend packs? Not really. Not really, Witty. I'm not. They're okay, but I mean, yeah, they're unlimited. I've never been a fan of like the boomer bust packs where it's like a really small chance of getting something that's actually like valuable and a really big chance of something that you're like, I wasted my coins. So yeah. So repeat promo events. On that note, in the Legends, you can repeat the promo events. Just toss blitz tickets. Yes, nice guys. So picking a captain. So let's talk captain. Let's get into strategy because a lot of people have said, how do I run Overdrive? How do I play Overdrive? What's the best coach? What's the best captain? So I like West Coast. I like West Coast. It's, in my opinion, the single best scheme for LVL, hands down, and it's not even close. And look, there are good players out there that can consistently put up 3 touchdowns with any scheme. With any scheme. But, in my opinion, yeah, exactly, Dadzil. I can't recommend the Boomer Bust packs. In my opinion, West Coast is the single best LVL scheme, and it's not even close. It's not even close. And I'm basing that on a bunch of different things. But yeah, it's not even close. So, my overdrive strategy, I personally, and I'll probably change. Kevin, interceptions are our fault. I'm gonna put it out there. Last year, you would get the volleyball where like it gets tipped and then like a guy 10 yards away tips it and then it comes like 15 yards forward, tipped again, and then some dude catches it. Last year, interceptions were pretty whack. This year, and look, I'm just speaking from my own experience. Every single interception that I have thrown in any game mode is entirely 100% my fault. I made a wrong read. I threw to a guy who wasn't open. Or I threw while I was getting hit when I should have just sucked it up and taken the sack. That's the reality. I will own that. If I throw a pick in Madden Overdrive based on this, it is my fault. I've only had one pick that I look at and I say, that wasn't my fault. And it was one where like I threw it and it was just like, I don't know if like the random number generator that picks where it was, like it's like a little tiny flat route throw and I overthrow him by like 15 yards and it's picked off. I'll give it to that one. It's like, all right, that was a little ridiculous and there's nothing I could do. But when you overthrow it like that, yeah, that can be annoying. Yeah, but as Jerry said, get a better quarterback. I'm using a gold quarterback, guys. It's my fault for doing that. So my captain of choice, based on how I choose to attack the play spammers, who are especially the spread play spammers, because those guys are the biggest. I use Todd Gurley, and someone mentioned it earlier because I guess they bumped into me. I spam FL Drive with Todd Gurley. And I'm going to show you what this does after we talk a little bit about coaches. And we're going to talk coach strategy. Coach strategy, because there's a lot of different things and a lot of people don't understand how to best use their coaches. So when the game first came out, before EA made the adjustment to stop Hail Mary and 4 vertical spam, Doug Marrone was the coach to use. Hands down, Doug Marrone was the only guy who would give you a chance against the Hail Mary spammers. And the reason being is right there. Increase blitz 2. It's a 1-point tactic that would increase your blitzing. Your offense, your defense is going to blitz a lot more, and the vertical scheme tends to come out of shotgun a lot, require a little bit of play development, and blitzing more. Hey, thanks so much for subscribing, Prison Paparazzi. The blitzing would throw them off. It would lead to more sacks. It would lead to more turnovers. It would lead to more interceptions. But other than that, my strategy for each coach that I have is to look at what they do, and before I enter the match, based on my coach, I already know the order of how I'm going to execute my defensive tactics. And I'm going to talk about those. Going to tell you why. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Patrick. So with this particular coach, I would hit increase blitz 2. That would be my very first one. I would fire that off ASAP. Then, if it turned out that they were using vertical and still throwing, then I would work my way across the vertical tree. But if not, I then look at the points. Like the minor shoot the gap costs 2 points. Rush first down tax costs 3 points. Increase pinch 2, 1 point. So I would know that between that, 6 more points, I could fully execute that tree. So I come in and I build my strategy around how I'm going to use the coach. So for this one, I'd usually increase blitz 2 immediately, work my way down the run tree, and then if things were coming over, I would work my way back up. Now, each coach, I'm going to say I personally, if a coach has 2 offensive trees and 1 defensive tree, I'm not using them. Not using them at all. So John Madden, immediately, I will never use you. I'll talk, and you can see who they are based on the on who's leveled, the coaches that I like. So I'm going to talk about the coaches that I like and how I use these coaches. Okay? First one being Kyle Shanahan. First one being Kyle Shanahan. And the reason that I like Kyle Shanahan, okay? So what do we have? In his anti-West Coast tier, right up there, the top one. One, when we look at his total branch tree, the top section only requires 5 total points. 1, 3, and then 1. Okay? The bottom one, that final one, takes 5 points to execute. I don't like the 5-pointers. So my personal approach on this particular, with this particular coach, the way it works, okay, with these tactics, they're opposite type tactics. So if you can think of it this way, vertical and smash mouth are essentially opposites. Deep throwing and running. Short passes versus play action passes. Spread and West Coast are sort of opposites. So when you fire off a defensive tactic, it's going to throw a challenge at them that is the opposite. For example, of that case where I was using Doug Marrone. When I hit increase blitz 2, it's a blue challenge. The task that they would be given is to run the ball because they're using blue. They're using vertical. What do they want to do? They want to throw it down the field. Force them to run. It's kind of doing the opposite of what their scheme wants to do. West Coast, short, quick passes. What's the opposite of a short, quick pass? A play action pass because you have to fake a handoff and then throw it. So they've got essentially kind of opposites. So if I throw out the minor shoot the gap, rush first downs, those are going to make them pass because those are run challenges. So when I look over here to Shanahan, when I go in to a match with Shanahan, I have a very specific strategy on how I want to use him. And I'm going to show it in an Overdrive match live. But essentially what I am going to do is I'm going to wait and not fire off any tactics until I can fire off my first minor minimal gains. Obviously, it's 1 point. So I basically will fire off minor minimal gains, then minimal gains. So at this point, for the rest of the game, my tackles and ends have +5 acceleration, my linebackers have +5 acceleration, my tackles and ends have +3 finesse moves, and my linebackers have +4 pursuit. So I've beefed up my front 7 or front 8, depending on what formation you come out. And then I am going to use the entire offensive tree or the entire defensive tree against short pass. And I like to fire those off. How I like to do it is I like to wait until I have 4 points, or actually 3.5 points, so that I can fire them off in back-to-back rounds. So I'll wait until I have 3.5 points, fire off minor blanket coverage, run a play. By the time I come back, I have that 4th point. So the very next play, they are hit with minor blanket coverage. So they're going to have back-to-back challenges. If they fail those because they ignore them, that's 75 points. That's more than a touchdown just for them ignoring it. Then I only need 1 more point to run another West Coast challenge. So my approach when using Shanahan, use both of the first 2 orange challenges, then spam the purple challenges. And I'll show you how this works with an Overdrive match, and then we will go ahead and hop in. Oops, I did not set the right coach. Let me actually make him active. And we'll go in here and play an Overdrive match. And I'll show you me executing the exact way. So my approach with Todd Gurley is play spam FL drive until I get my captain bonus, and then throw it deep. Because that's the way the current meta of the game is. I am not a huge fan of that. I wish play spam would go away. We got a basically even match here. Looks like I'm a little bit higher. So sorry if I'm not going to really be able to read your comments during an Overdrive match. If you show me a YouTuber who can do that successfully and still win, I will be impressed. So here we go, FL Drive. Just going to spam it until I get my captain bonus. And remember, this early on, my intended goal is to fire off my 2 orange ones. Now, I get a tactic thrown at me. I got to run. I do my tactics. If someone throws me a run challenge, especially an easy one like run for 2 yards, you're not getting free points off of me. I am going to go ahead and do that. Now, because I have to rush for 4 yards again. Ooh, look at those stick skills right there, baby. Look at those stick skills right there. So now I could fire off my first anti-West Coast, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I want to have all of my stacked orange defensive things used first. I'm going to go ahead and go with Blast again. Got to get 5 this time. And we fall forward and grab it. So there we go. Minimal gains. Our second one, we fire off. And we're going to go ahead and keep working our way towards our captain bonus by throwing it to a running back. So we are at 5 of 8. Got to do an 8-yard pass. Sticking with this just to quickly get it to the running back to get my captain bonus. And I told you, I'm waiting until I have 3.5 points on my overdrive meter. I talked about it beforehand because I want to be able to throw off my defensive challenges in rapid succession. Got it. Now that I have my captain bonus, I'm going to change things up. I'm not going to spam FL Drive anymore. Now, I'm going to go spam the plays that everybody else spams. Like slot crosses. And once I get in there, I'm going to go with toss just to get this in. And then, let's see, I got to rush with another one. I'm going to go halfback blast again. What's up, dude? Oh, I don't think I got that one. I didn't. So now I've got enough. I'm going to fire these things off right away. I'm going to go with some verts wheel stop. X receivers open. Going to hit him for a quick touchdown. And I don't like to spam at this point. At this point, there's enough deep passes in the West Coast playbook that I'm not going to spam them because I don't want to. And then the final challenge. So there it was. At the end of the game, I just threw a bunch of challenges at him. So during the crunch time, when he's trying to beat me, I'm throwing constant challenges at him to make him do plays that he doesn't want to do. If he's trying to come back on me and I'm forcing him to change his game up or give me points, instead of spamming the plays that he wants to at the end, like where I'm throwing, oh wow, that was you, Jawbone. Legit. So I knew I beat a legit player right there. Jawbone is a legit player. That's awesome. I didn't realize.
I'm going to try to play.
You want to play one?
Yeah, I'll play a match.
We'll put you on unranked, but yeah.
I did score 200 points.
I know, dude, you did. So my son, so all of you guys, we're going to let him play, but I got to talk to you because I'm going to rant for you, for some of you guys. So you guys who have older devices, as I said, I don't have a problem on my device, but you guys who have older devices, like the black jerseys and the graphical errors, my son has my old S5 that I gave him that we just hook up to Wi-Fi and he plays his games on. And he wanted to play Madden. Yeah, I'm in Hall of Fame, guys. I'm, what, rank 306?
Yeah, I did score 200 points yesterday.
So, yes, Jerry, yes. That's one of the things I ranted about, man. That's one of the things I ranted about. I don't like play spam. I don't like play spam. You just don't have a choice. It's the current meta, so you have no choice but to do it. You just have to do that to compete, and I don't like that. I want that to be changed. I don't like play spam. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Play away, dude.
Watching your video downstairs.
Huh? You're watching my video downstairs? Play away. So my son's going to play, and I'm just going to chat with you guys while he's playing. Do your best, dude.
All right.
So, yeah, I hate play spam. I hate play spam. I hate it. But I'm going to do it because if everybody else is play spamming, I'm not just going to, like, refuse to give myself a shot at reaching Hall of Fame just because I don't want to play spam. I won't play spam in LVL, even though I could. I'm not going to. In fact, I normally won't even let myself repeat a play on a drive just because...
Here we go.
Have at it, buddy. Have at it. You going to do a run?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of that. The PA.
Touchdown!
Good job, dude. Good job, dude. Rocking it out with a TD on the first play. That was PA slot crosses.
All right, here I go.
That was PA slot crosses that I spammed. And I didn't really spam it. I only ran it like 2 or 3 times. Once I get my captain bonus, I personally stop spamming.
I'm losing so far.
That's all right, bud. You just play. Have fun. You know, I could spam the whole game. I just don't want to. And there's a deep enough playbook in the West Coast playbook with PA slot crosses, with Seattle, with even Hail Mary once. But yeah, FL Drive. I spam FL Drive till I get my captain bonus, and then I use a pretty diverse playbook after that. Good throw, dude. Good throw. And it doesn't matter if you win, dude. I'm just awesome. It's just awesome that you're playing Madden here. Especially, guys, I haven't given him any like coaching on this. He's literally just been like playing it on his own and doing pretty good. Hit those things over here on the right, too. Those will help you out. Just pick one and then keep moving. There you go. Hey, what's up, Bombs? Welcome to the stream, man. So right now, little dude's playing a match of Overdrive. Prison. Your offense is entirely...
Touchdown.
Good job, dude. Kicking butt. Your offense and your scheme is entirely dependent on your captain. Use another tactic, bud.
All right.
And then just keep going. This is fast-paced, bud. You just got to play super quick, which I know is tough. I know, isn't it awesome, hun? This is him. He's totally playing right now. So, yeah, I mean... So, David, defensive sets that I prefer... it's not, at least from what I've seen, it's not like last year where your defense was based on the team you pick. I haven't seen anything like that. I could be wrong because I haven't really been looking for it. I've just noticed that in general, defensive AI is a little bit different. Yeah, creative. I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. And honestly, creative, this is my hope, okay? This is just my personal hope. And let me know what you guys think of this one, too. So, EA on Twitter had hinted, because people had asked about tournaments. And as you guys know, if you've been a longtime subscriber, like, Saturday night was, like, tournament was literally what I streamed. So, ever since Madden Overdrive, my Saturday night streams, I've been having to think of different things to stream, because we don't have the tournament. Don't forget to use your tactics, buddy. Oh, it ended.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, that's all right.
I ended up with 300 points.
That's okay. 300 points is totally awesome, dude. And I'll tell you what. If you do really good in school this upcoming week, when you finish your homework, I'll come down with you and we'll play Madden, and I'll let you play it on my phone, because it plays better on my phone, okay?
Yeah.
And
it freezes on mine.
It freezes on yours, I know. And I'll actually teach you how. You've done a really good job of just picking up, going through the tutorial and figuring out some basics.
Watching it on the big TV downstairs.
Does she? Can I have a hug and kiss before you go back down? I love you.
All right.
Thank you.
I might be in the next stream or the next video.
Dude, you're always... Man, everybody loves it when you come visit the stream, dude. Nobody's going to complain. So, yeah. So, hey, you know what? Look. I'm proud of my little dude, especially since I've been so busy. I haven't really been able to like sit down with him and teach him to play. He taught himself, and hey, 300 points. He's 7, guys. He's 7, and he just turned 7 at that. So good for him, dude. Yeah. So the play spam. Someone asked, how do you get to Hall of Fame? Win. Do whatever it takes to win. So that's why one combo is Todd Gurley and Kyle Shanahan, which I used to beat Jawbone, and Jawbone knows what he's doing. It was a good tight match, but Jawbone, was I correct that my strategy, the way I did it, because I know at the end of the game is when everybody's racking up points, and you can put up a lot of points at the game. But since you played me, Jawbone, live on the stream, my idea of building up my front 7 with the play action start, and then saving to rapid fire all 3 of my challenges at the end to disrupt your ability to just call bombs at the end and rack up the score. Did that make it challenging? Obviously I won, but while you were playing, if you're still here in the stream, let me know Oh, you're testing a new strategy. But, I mean, it makes it hard when you're getting rapid fired with tactic after tactic after tactic, 3 in a row. It doesn't give you an opportunity, especially in that clutch end of game time, to get into that rhythm that you want to put somebody away. Hey, what's up, Nate? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you can do halfback counter spam, Nate, but if you use my other coach choice, it'll shut that down quick. And my other coach choice is Ron Rivera. So Ron Rivera is my other coach choice that I use for Overdrive. I switch mostly between Shanahan and Rivera. I used to use Marone exclusively. But let's talk about the proper way, at least in my opinion, of using Ron Rivera. And look, I'm a Bucs fan. They're literally a division rival. I don't ever care about that stuff in a video game. I'm trying to win. I don't particularly like Ron Rivera. Welcome to my squad, Ron Rivera, if you're going to help me win. Yeah, I mean, literally, guys, the exact strategy that I just used. Shanahan and Gurley. Spam FL drive to Gurley until you get your captain bonus, then immediately switch it up to money, play action, and long pass plays. And be efficient and smart with your tactics. I use a different approach if I'm using Ron Rivera. My approach with Ron Rivera, and this is specifically against the people who use the spread running attack that Nate is talking about, where you basically spam halfback counter at a spread. It is extremely, extremely, extremely annoying and frustrating to play against. However, you can shut it down. And the way I like to shut it down is using Ron Rivera. And the way I do that is, as you can see, his first 2 anti-run tactics only cost 1 overdrive point. I fire those off as quickly as humanly possible. As soon as it comes up, I tap it and I go through both of those runs. I do not move on to my third and final run. Right after that, as soon as it's available, I throw up minor no passing. If they're starting out passing and not running, I'll usually go minor hot pursuit, minor no passing, then increase underneath. At that point, it's actually pretty hard to run against when you've got a bunch more play recognition from your linebackers and safeties and an underneath coverage chance more often where you're playing close to the line. If they're running, it's going to be a little bit harder. They're not going to get as much. So they may start to then pass the ball, and that's when you're going to fire off the minor no passing. No passing. I don't ever fire off that final spread or that final anti-spread tactic. If I can make it all the way through, my final tactic that I will fire off with him will be minor or major hot pursuit. So, going to give you guys a different strategy because you guys wanted different strategies. So we are going to go ahead, and even though he is super low, we're going to do the strategy that Nate is talking about. We're going to run spread, and we're going to use a different coach. Let me see if I can get any synergy in here. I can. I'll throw that guy in for better synergy. All right, so that's going to get me a second faster on the overdrive meter. And I don't think I've got enough to make any other additional changes. Let me see if I have a spread halfback that I could just throw in here, because he's going to get replaced anyway. I do. So guys, my captain is replacing that spot as it is, so it doesn't matter if I throw in a silver. At that point, I'm just looking to boost up my meter. And let me see if I can find one more spread player to put in here who will not overly harm my lineup. You know what? I'll put T.O. in instead of Garcon, because that should get me to 2 seconds faster on my overdrive meter filling up. Okay, so let's look at what that actually means. By putting in that synergy, normally Alvin Kamara will get an overdrive point in 15 seconds. By putting in that kind of team synergy, by putting a bunch of spread players in my lineup, it's going to change that to 13 seconds. So I'll be able to fire off my tactics that much faster. And then I am going to use Ron Rivera. So looking at his things here, I don't like his offensive tactics literally at all. I'm never, in the current state of Overdrive, I'm never using a quarterback or a wide receiver to rush. I'm not using the scramble button because I'm throwing the ball away before I do that. So his offensive tree is completely useless. I'm only using him for defense. But let's go ahead. We will hop into some Overdrive using Kamara and the prior mentioned by Nasty Nate, the halfback counter spam with Kamara. And then, of course, once we get our captain bonus, we go to spamming deeper plays. So I don't have him in my recent. I don't really use spread all that much, so I may not be as quick with my play calls. And then I'll get back to just chat and take a little break from these because I know I've covered a ton of stuff and I'll answer some questions. And keeping up with the chat is not a good deal. Not a good thing. So there we go. I did it backwards. Oops. Man, I'm so not used to this. It is a good play to spam. I mean, it's definitely spammable. Mainly because that boost is just OP. That should get us our bonus. And in fact, I may just keep spamming it because I didn't realize it was this useful. I stick to West Coast, guys. See, that's what I was expecting, is eventually it does get shut down. So I'm going to go with a different one. I'm going to go with Stretch here. Stretch is another decent run play, usually. Or not. Literally using a playbook that I never use. Do I have a fullback dive? I should, right? Or a halfback dive should even work here, hopefully. Out of an awful formation, so I turn it over. Wow. I'm going to go back to halfback counter. Just keep using counter. You think it's going to break? Will it break the fact that his defense is adjusted to it now? And is hitting me in the backfield? All right, yeah, it will. I should have moved better on the stick there. I'm going to go with a pass here. Ooh. Get picked off. Yeah, I probably shouldn't use a strategy that I'm like not familiar with the playbook. Would probably be smart to know the playbook before. I mean, dude, Elliott's got 90 speed, man. Is there even a faster halfback than Ezekiel Elliott in this game? I don't know. I don't like spamming runs. I don't have as much luck spamming runs. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this playbook. I don't know. It's probably because I haven't really worked with it that much. I probably could get better with it if I used it. No, dude, no. I put Kamara in the fullback spot, man. I know better than that, dude. I don't need to deal with that right now. Tactic wise, that's kind of the approach that I use. The other one I'll say here, Mike McCarthy. Some people are like, why are you using Mike McCarthy? Because the only other way that a coach impacts your offense is the plays that they have. So as you'll see, like each coach will unlock plays at different levels, and some of these plays are pretty good. And the one I like in Mike McCarthy's is quick slants. He unlocks it at level 4. Dude, I have no choice but to reveal quick slants. I'm not revealing it. If you play Overdrive, you're going to get quick slants spammed by somebody. Someone's going to spam it against you, and that's how it's revealed. There's no hiding or keeping plays secret in Overdrive. Because if a play is legitimately banging and is going to be a broken play that someone can spam, all you have to do, if you want to see, and maybe some people don't know this, so maybe it's learning. If you go into history, say you're thinking back, man, what did that guy beat me with? You can go in and find out. Just go into the game, look at the film. He was doing halfback counter, PA boot over. Halfback counter. PA comebacks, halfback counter. So, you can always go in and check. What did they gash me with? Well, just go look. Don't wonder. Go look. Time. It's a little after 9. Kind of want to spend some time with my fam, but because I've been kind of busy, guys. I've been putting out a bunch of content lately. A bunch. So, let me just stop and chat for a minute. We'll chat for a minute and then maybe like raid somebody if I shut it down early. But what questions did I miss? Dilraj, I gave all of those at the beginning, man. So when the stream is over, I'm going to leave it up. I talked all about what I like about the game, what I don't like about the game, and I think I was honest. I mean, call me out, guys. Jerry, you're here. I know, Jerry, you've had a lot, to say there. Was I honest in my approach? Like, I'm not giving what you guys would think is, oh, he's a game changer, he's not going to say anything negative. I gave negative feedback, but it was fair. I gave positive and negative, but was I honest? I was not honest. Okay, A-Kid, what was I not honest about? What was I not honest about? Ethan, good question. Lowering the league bank cooldown. Level up your league. Level up your league. When you donate your 100 crowns, when the league levels up, everybody will get to open a pack. When you open that pack, that league bank cooldown is going to massively drop. What glitches? What glitches? A-Kid, come on, man. Be specific. I'm giving you the spotlight, my man. I'm giving you the spotlight. You said I wasn't honest about it. All what glitches? What are you talking about? What do you let's tackle it, man. It's real talk with CHF tonight. Real talk. I'm going to get myself some free Madden cash while I'm waiting on you. Yeah, I agree, Ken. Ken, while we're waiting on A-Kid here, who I give the floor, he throws something out there, I give him the floor. Come on, man. I don't know if you didn't expect me to respond to you, but you got my attention. The analog stick is too small. I said that. I said that. Dude, like I said that. You're telling me I'm not honest. I said that. That was literally one of the first negative things I brought up about the game. Hey, kid, you lost your spotlight on that one, man. You lost your spotlight. No more attention when you literally missed, like, you're saying I'm not honest and then bring up literally one of the first things. Pay to win. I said that too. I said, and guess what? It is not as pay to win as last year, and that's just an honest fact. Because there are no 100 overall teams right now. But anyway, yeah, moving on. A-Kid, if anybody else who actually paid any attention before coming in and saying I wasn't honest, and then proceeds to point up the exact same honest points that I gave, does anybody else have anything to say that thinks I'm not being honest about it? I think I was very fair. I said, look, there are some problems. I hate the play spam. Just to recap for anybody who wasn't here. I hate the play spamming. The analog stick needs to be bigger. The quarterback, when you tap a receiver, needs to throw the ball. Play spamming, again, hugest thing. NTO issues, while it doesn't impact me, that's a big problem. Needs to be fixed. Get that under control so that people can play. Those are all of my honest negative feedback, but there is also very much positive feedback. The game engine. The game engine and gameplay in this year's game is better than any Madden Mobile of the past. By a lot. By a lot. It is better. The Overdrive game mode, it's new. The spam makes it hard for me to have like a real diehard opinion on it. Like, I feel like if they got rid of the spam, I would like Overdrive a lot more. Because the way the scoring works, like, you don't have to just throw bombs like that. You can throw little like slant routes, grab a first down, get the first down bonus. If people weren't spamming like money plays that just completely crush, like that leave you no choice but to spam. Does EA plan on making LVO harder? Honestly, Nate, I don't know. I don't know. Can they fix the auction house? I think there is nothing wrong with the auction house. I think the auction house now is actually in the better interest of the broader community. What's up, Kippage? Explain why QBs literally throw directly to the defender. I don't usually throw to the defender because I only throw to guys who are open, so there's not a defender for them to throw it to. That's just me. I mean, if you watched me play when I was throwing the ball, I didn't throw it into coverage. If you're throwing it into coverage, like last year, the stats in the game engine was so bad, like you could, if you had a tight end streak route, you could just lob it up to the tight end every time. He could be in quadruple coverage, and he would come down with the ball and very rarely get picked. That's not the case this year. Defenses are smarter. If you throw it to a guy and he's covered, it should get picked. Any word on the overthrows? Aiden, that was actually something I talked about earlier as well, where I mentioned the overthrows, and I found it extremely frustrating. And I know it's going to happen to me on a 4th down in LVL one time, and I'm going to completely rage. Dwayne, the best advice I can give there if you're getting disconnected, I would say go in, lower your quality settings all the way down, force close every other app that may be open on your phone. But other than that, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I don't have any problems with the disconnects, but I know that a lot of people are complaining about NTOs, and I just want you to know, like, I hear you. I know that you guys are giving that feedback to EA, and I'm hoping that that gets fixed for you guys, because I can imagine how frustrating that is. Is it better to play ranked or unranked? I would say play ranked, at least until you get to Hall of Fame. Once you get to Hall of Fame, you know, I'm in Hall of Fame because I want to point something out. We'll go back here. When you look at the rewards, you want to make sure that you get into Hall of Fame. One, because when you get into Hall of Fame, you'll get a free elite. But if you look at this leaderboard here, right? Try to at least grind for the top 10,000. My personal goal this year is to grind top 2,500. I'm not going to be that crazy guy. I just don't have the time to grind top 100 every season. Not going to do it. I am personally going to try and get in this particular range right here, the 101 to 2,500, because I want those free film reels. I want that 86 overall player. So that's personally my target. And what if you see right here, right? This thing right here, just past the rank, my green screen cuts off and my camera goes off. You must reach the Hall of Fame to be eligible for these rewards. So this is going to reward the top 50,000 people each season, but only if they get to Hall of Fame, at least according to what that says. Someone pointed that out to me, so I wanted to point that out. Get to Hall of Fame. Unranked will not get you to Hall of Fame because unranked you do not gain fans or lose fans. Now, if I just wanted to play, like when I handed my son my phone and said, "You play, dude," I put him on unranked. I didn't want him to lose me fans. I lose enough fans on my own sometimes. So if you go on unranked, you can't gain fans, you can't lose fans. So if you're trying to get to Hall of Fame, unranked will not do anything for you. Yeah, abstract. So I think something in there about that one, as far as the defense, playing defense. I have not figured out a way to intercept, to do a swim move, to do a power move. I have found out how to hit stick on defense, where if you're running like at a punt returner or something like that, if you swipe up or swipe down, you'll do a hit stick. Okay, that's the one defensive move that I have figured out how to do. I have not figured out how to intercept. I have not figured out how to dive. I have not figured out how to like spin on defense. Haven't figured that out. Don't know if it's in the game, but I think I saw EA talking on a Mudhead forum about potentially wanting to add some more defensive moves into the game. Yeah, can I explain how the ace players work? I'll show you right now, okay? So, the way it works, when you claim them from the league bank, let's say you get a 5, okay? If I were to go here, and I am currently working on speed, okay? See how it says I have 29 out of 75 speed vouchers, okay? 29 out of 75. I need to get to 75, which means I need to claim. Now you can see I have 51 aces. Or actually, you know what? You can't see that I have 51 aces because my banner hides that. I have 51 aces that were from like other stuff that I didn't have. But I believe on my bench, I don't think I did this for the last one. So when you collect them from your league bank, they will immediately count towards your tokens, but they will not increase the number of aces. What you need to do is scroll to the very back of your bench, and you're going to have a bunch of these collectibles here. 1, 2, 3 from my most recent claim. Everybody else is going for speed, dang it. I want those speed ones. Give me some more 4s and 5s. Don't leave me with the 3s. Then exchange. And when I exchange, I will get those 3 aces. So it's possible if you just got 75 that you may have a bunch of these things on your bench. If it's showing that you've already got 75 out of them there and he's unlocked, but you don't have the aces to actually claim him, go to your bench, scroll to the end, exchange them all in. When you put them in there and exchange them, it's not going to make the 75 counter go up because they're already counted, but it'll give you aces. Then you just spend your aces. Yeah, so my favorite, again, Gurley is my favorite captain, at least in the current meta. And my coach, I change it up, but I generally like either Shanahan or Ron Rivera. I've done matches with both of them. A good quarterback. Honestly, I have a pretty crappy quarterback right now. That's a position I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade my quarterback. Bad. I kind of want that Aaron Rodgers, to be honest. I kind of want the Aaron Rodgers. Let me fix my lineup here. Put Garcon in there. And who's better, AB or T.O.? I'm going to put AB in there. T.O. can chill on the bench. Yeah, if you don't like Gurley, if you like West Coast and don't like Gurley, I would say right here, Brandon Sheriff is probably a good one. Jawbone, I have him to level 4 already. I do that. I don't like play spamming, guys. I really don't like play spamming. I want them to get rid of that. But yeah, no, I know we can do that. The thing is, I put a lot into Gurley already and have my Gurley up to level 10. So I don't really want to work on another captain right now. No, Aiden. Keep it PG, period, man. Keep it PG in my stream, period. if someone is getting, look, and if someone wants to come at me, like if you come at me with something that's honest and fair, dude, I don't care. Like I can take criticism, but if you're gonna come out like that kid and be like, no, you're not being honest, and what was I not being honest about, and literally spouts out like 3 things in a row that I acknowledged and said were bad at the very beginning, like, yeah, but my mods will take care of that, man. My mods are on it. I have the best mods on YouTube. They know to keep my streams PG. They know to shut down negativity and bad words, and my mods are awesome. Couldn't have a healthy, happy stream without them, and they will keep it. You know, they keep it in control. But if you're gonna be respectful, I will totally like let you guys, like if you bring up something that I'm missing on the negative side. In fact, how about we do that? Thank you, Dilraj. Appreciate that, man. Hope things are good out there in India. In fact, thank you so much for the subscription too, man. So let's be honest, because I know like people wanted me to talk honestly about some things. So I listed off, and I think I rehashed most of them, of my negatives. What are some negatives that you guys see that you want my thoughts on? I'll be honest with it. Like if you say it's there, my league is Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers. I don't know, Caleb. Maybe like another 10, 20 minutes. I don't know, man. At least 10 more minutes. I normally would stream until at least 9:30. A little of both, Pujan, a little of both. I bought a bundle to kick off my team. I've been working the auction house to build it up. Made some investments, so my team is actually a little bit better because I made some investments in my squad that I'm going to temporarily use until I decide to sell them, specifically Gerald McCoy. I picked him up, and I got a good deal on him. Got a pretty good deal on Bowman. Bid sniped both of them. And I plan on selling them both to get my coin stack back up, because my coin stack's pretty low right now. Lack of a wallet currency screen. So Jerry, I actually love that suggestion. You suggested it in one of your streams. Jordan, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate that. I don't want to tell my price. I got a good deal on him. I got a good deal on him bid sniping. I'm not going to tell my prices because I do plan on making a profit on him. Reinnovation. I don't have a gripe with the fan situation anymore. I don't have any issue with the fan system anymore. I did, but they fixed the fan situation. It's hard at the very, very top, but I feel like it should be hard at the very, very top. It should be hard at the very, very top because I want it to be more skill-based. Jawbone, I'm pretty close to the top 100. I agree. But if I was at like, it seems that it's based on like how many people are in the situation. I talked about the joystick. Yes. I talked about the joystick. I did, Aussie. Hands down, it was less than $1 million that I paid for him. I paid less than $1 million for him. I would not spend 1 million coins on any card. So I did get him for less than $1 million. Why are the players so overpriced? Because it's Madden Mobile. And we have manipulated economies. And yeah, because it's not regulated like the stock market. So things can happen. Yes, your chats are showing up, Bob West. I just haven't been as good as I normally am about like reading every single comment. What will the Buccaneers' record be this year? Not very good. Eamon, maybe, but that's my risk, not yours, man. That's my risk, not yours. You don't know if I'm selling them to, when this stream ends or if I'm selling them in 3 weeks. You don't know when I'm going to sell them. That's up to me. That's up to me to manage my risk of how much I have chilling on my bench. Guys, yes, unless you have been specifically banned by one of my mods, your chat's showing. Yes. Did I feel significantly embarrassed losing to the Lions? Dude, it's the preseason. The Browns win in the preseason. So no, I feel absolutely no embarrassment for losing in the preseason. It is not like the teams are going out there with real schemes and playing to win. It's like playing in unranked Overdrive. I don't particularly care if I lose. Rec Rap. If you watch the stream on replay, I did a whole big thing on how you can make your own snipe filters. Yeah, I agree, MC. I agree, MC. I would not be surprised to see them go up to 2 mil. I could see that guy going up to 2 mil, which is why, since I got him for decently under $1 mil, I made that investment. Especially because there's no McCoys in the store right now as well. Receivers dropping even when open, nowhere near as bad as last year. It does happen a little bit, but it's not like last year. And maybe it was just so bad last year that, like, when I see it now, I'm just like, it could have been worse. It could have been last year. You think the Bucks jerseys are trash? Well, I think this new pewter orange and red jersey is dope. So I just disagree with that. I like the new Bucks jersey. Do I want Madden Mobile 18 back? No, I don't. Thoughts on season battles? All right. That's fair. Jawbone. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I personally will not really be grinding season battle. For a couple of reasons. One, I bought a bundle. My team's already pretty good. I've outgrown the base gold players that you can get from that, and the idea of playing like 40 games of season mode to get an elite, no, I have zero interest in doing that. Now, that being said, if you do not have an 81 overall team, if you do not have at least a couple million in cards that are sitting either on your team or on your bench waiting to be sold, and you're truly free to play and you don't like working the auction house and you're a casual player, I think that season battle is by far the best rewards from a season mode that we've ever seen in Madden Mobile. And I think for a free-to-play player who's coming in brand new, just finished doing Madden Academy, and they can go in and they can bang out some season battle, beat those 70 overall teams, and get 8 gold players out the gate and do other things there, I think it is great for free-to-play casual players. But I agree. I personally will not be wasting my time with season mode. Yeah. Wait, what about that? What did I miss as the most annoying thing? Thoughts on the lag? Yeah, I already talked about the lag. What else? Should we sell our elites right now? I'm not selling mine right now. I'm not going to promise that I don't sell them tomorrow or in 3 days or in a week. I don't know when I'm selling them. I keep my finger on the pulse of the market, though. I disagree, Andre. I think early in the year, last year, free-to-play was really, really difficult. The second half of the year, free-to-play was very heavily rewarded to the point where basically free-to-play completely caught up with pay-to-play. Completely. At the end of the year, completely free players could have had like 128 overall teams. No problem last year. And I hope they follow kind of a similar pace this year, where you've got some options for free-to-plays, like when Most Feared comes out, for example. And this is all total speculation, random numbers. I'm not giving you any inside info. I have no inside info on Most Feared. Nothing at all. Don't even know if there will be a Most Feared. Hope there is. But let's say Most Feared comes out just like last year, and there are 3 Masters. What I would like to see is that if you are a free-to-play player, that you can grind that promo and get one of those 3 Masters as a free-to-play. Not spending a penny on Madden Cash. If there's 3 Masters, I think you should be able to get one of them. Completely free, just by grinding. If you are not, however, I only want you to be able to get one. The other 2, you need to have to pay for. That's the revenue model. That's how we keep getting a game. That's how we get better servers. That's how we get better developers that are responding to more questions. Madden Overdrive or Madden Mobile 18 at the start? By far Madden Overdrive. Madden Mobile 18 was the single worst example of pay to win in the history of Madden Mobile, in my opinion. 1 week into the game, you had 100 plus overall teams. 100 plus because of training. You get a base 80 overall elite, and they could spend a bunch of money, rip a bunch of packs, trade them in, and bam, you've got 100 overall player and 100 plus overall team a week into the game. And it was completely impossible to do anything about that as a free-to-play player. At least now, if you're good at making reads and you have a good strategy in Overdrive, I have beaten with my 580 power team, I have beaten people over 1,000 power, which means they've got a stacked team that's already trained up. I can compete with that. At this point in the game, yes, it's pay to win, but it's always pay to win. It'll always be pay to win, and it should be pay to win at the beginning. That way we have a game that's profitable that keeps getting updated every year. But this year versus last year, you didn't have a chance in hell of competing with a 105 overall team a week into the game as a free-to-play player. You had no chance, not even if you got lucky. Done. Trust me, I faced some of them at that point as free-to-play last year. This year, it's hard, but if you're good, you can overcome that difference. And that's why I think last year's game was more pay to win. Taco, that's the same thing. It's still paying, it's just who you're paying. It's the same thing. It's pay to win. Regardless of who you're paying, if you're paying to get 100 and something overall team, it's pay to win. Yeah, I said that, Jawbone, of course. That's what I just said, dude. The second half of Madden Mobile 18 was phenomenal for free-to-play players. And I hope that continues this year. Like, for the early promos, if there's 3 masters, I think free-to-play should be able to grind 1, and that's it. And late season, I hope that they do something very similar so that if someone is free to play most of the year and they're kind of playing at a disadvantage for most of the year, that they do get that chance to catch up at the end. Probably going to freeze again. Maybe not if I keep it active. Think I caught it quick enough. Yeah, I agree. And I don't think there's a problem with that. I think it actually should be that way. Ooh, actually, what's this? A league level up? Someone asked about this. This is going to give me a good example. All right, so right now, League Bank timer. As you can see, 68 hours on the clock. But when your league levels up, you get a pack. When you open that pack, we'll give a 5, a 4, and awareness or agility. I think the agility line's better, but it's a 3, so nobody will probably use it. So we were at 68 hours and 3 minutes. Bam! 60 hours off the clock by ripping a pack. Level up your league, guys. Donate your 100 crowns. Get everybody in your league to donate your 100 crowns. If you do that, you'll be able to claim things from the bank faster. You'll be able to fill up the bank faster. And it is by far the most effective use of your 100 crowns. By using it, you'll end up getting anywhere from 3 to 5 of the ace things instead of just 1. So, yeah. Best running plays for Smash Mouth. Honestly, George, I don't use Smash Mouth. Moro, I already donated, man. I'm good. Gimu, I'm not even an admin, man. I just play here because I got a lot of friends here. I just play here. I'm not an admin. I'm not a commissioner. None of that. I just play here. With all the content that I'm doing this year and the company that I'm running, like, I don't have time to lead a league anymore. So I just joined a league with my friends that I like. However, Moral in there, he's the commissioner of the league. So, and Aussie is an admin. So some of the guys that you would want to talk to if you want to join this 3-league family are here in my stream. Very, very, very regularly in my stream. So, best West Coast long pass play. A lot of them. I like Seattle. I like halfback circles, specifically the streak route to the tight end. Wide receiver under is good. There's a lot of good plays. There's a lot of good plays that are in there. But yeah, Overdrive is spam right now. But I spam FL Drive until I get my captain bonus, and then I spam deep passes. So I don't know. I'm going to go spend some time with my family, guys. Is there any other questions or anything else you guys want to talk about before I shut this thing down? I don't use vertical, guys. I'm going to be honest. West Coast is my scheme. At least for now. I'm still mastering the West Coast playbook and going into the intricate details of the various plays. So on that note, like I'm still, how do you donate crowns? You just go to league level right here, then tap donate crowns, slide that thing all the way over to 100, hit donate, and get your whole league to do that. You guys will level up extremely quickly. As you can see, the league is already level 19. Yeah, I agree. West Coast is my favorite scheme. You can't. If you can't, it means you're probably new to the league, and you can't until the league levels up for the first time. Charlie's level 21 already. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I personally am a fan of LVL defensive strategy needs. Okay, no, that's a fair question. So let me give my honest opinion on the whole thing. So last season, right? Last season, we had live countering, which if you're not in the hyper-competitive like top 100 world, you're like, what the heck is live countering? Well, live countering was essentially when someone started driving on you, someone in your league would shout you out or text you or message you on your app or something and say, hey, dude, someone's driving on you. So you'd get in there really quick. And let's see if anybody's actually driving and all. Oh, this guy might be driving. So, and then what you would do is you'd be in here scrolling real quick. What's this guy doing? So this guy's in the middle. He did halfback sting. All right, he did halfback sting. Oh, he went Z-spot. Oh, crap. He really gashed us hard with Z-spot. And then you'd have to go over and swap in Z-spot. So that the next drive, when he calls Z-spot again, thinking, oh, I gashed him with Z-spot last round, I'm going to gash him with Z-spot again, it's countered. It's called live countering. I, for one, could not be happier about live countering being gone. And that's pretty controversial for a top player to say. Here's why. Because a lot of people, and I agree, live countering was a skill. Live countering was a skill. It separated the good leagues from the great leagues. Leagues that were incredible at live countering and, were really good. And it was definitely something that added to their competitive advantage. However, what ended up happening, because I like the idea, at least conceptually, of live countering in theory, what ends up happening is you had one of two things happen. One, leagues were incentivized to violate the terms of service by sharing accounts. I was never for that. Only person who will ever have access to my account is me. I encourage the same thing from you. Don't give somebody access to your account. So much bad can come from giving someone access to your account. One, it's against the terms of service. Two, you're taking on a bunch of risk for really no benefit. But that was one thing that it encouraged, is somebody who's in the league who might be across the world, on the other half of the world, so while you're sleeping at night, they might get on your account and live counter for you. That's one thing it encouraged. The other thing it encouraged for leagues that did not want to do that, the league I was in did not allow sharing of accounts. When you're in a tough match, two very high-level leagues who are live countering, you had to stay up all night. So you were basically incentivized to either violate the terms of service or punish your body by depriving it of sleep. And when you had back-to-back top matches, I mean, no joke, guys, there were times last year playing competitively where I was up for 48 hours straight for this game. Granted, I wasn't playing it for 48 hours straight. Like, I was doing other stuff and working and doing things there. But for 48 hours straight, because I felt that me doing my part to help my league win, I felt a sense of obligation. I had been up for 48 hours just making sure that if someone tags me, I'd get in there to live counter. I, for one, am super glad it's gone and that we don't have to do that and that I can go to sleep whenever I'm ready to go to sleep and not have to wait for it. However, Yeah, OC, you got it. Eskimo Brothers. You guys kept me up so many nights last year. So many nights last year you guys kept me up. A-Kid, I'm not. Dude, I'm not. Get out of here. You know what? No. You know what? I'm not even dealing with you again. Take a time out from me. Take a time out from me. Nope, I beat you to it, Dadzilla. That one's on me. No, I'm not going to ban him. He didn't say anything banning. He's just being stupid. He's literally saying, why do I never say anything negative? Dude, I started the video and said all of the things that I thought were problematic and need fixed. And then you came in and accused me of not saying the things that I already said. And now you're coming back. But in general, I am positive of EA. I love this game. So, one thing I would like to see, and let me know what you guys think of this. I would like to see some form of defensive game planning. Not game plans where you have to play encounters or things like, nothing like that. But maybe if EA could find a good way to make coaches have some kind of an impact on LVL. And it could be something super simple, right? Like super simple where, for example, you look at this coach, right? Now, granted, this would throw some things off because some players or some coaches have like 2 offensive and 1 defensive. But if in LVL, if they did something like said, okay, let's look at the cumulative effort of all of these stat boosts, right? Where we look at this particular coach. Middle linebackers and linebackers +2 play rec, safeties +3 play rec. If you basically took all of the boosts that the defensive coach gave, if those boosts would apply to your team in LVL, where you at least just had to say, you know what, I'm going up against this league. I think from the last time we played them that they used a lot of run plays. So I could come in here and I could think, what coach does the best to slow down a run offense? And I just choose the coach. And if just his passive bonuses and his thing like increase blitz or increase quarterback contain, if his boosts applied to your defense in LVL, I think that would be one thing that could be a way to do it, where that way you're not having to sit up and watch all night, but you could basically, right when the match starts, you put in the coach that you think would be best for that, and then as you're watching the match, if you see, oh wait, these guys are actually like really going spread heavy, let me put in an anti-spread coach. I think that would be one cool way to bring it in, because I agree, it does take a little bit of the engagement of LVL out of the game. Granted, I don't want live countering coming back. I don't want anything that is going to incentivize forcing myself not to sleep. Don't want that. Ever. Goodbye. Please don't ever come back. But, yeah, no, and Dadzilla, that's a great point. That's a, that's a good point. Yeah, you can't change it. You got to set it during the game planning, and whoever it is locked in. I agree. Otherwise, you'll see that there is some benefit to, you know, squads waiting until 2 in the morning to do their drives so that they don't give away any actionable intel.
Can he have a hug and kiss?
He wants a hug and kiss? Guys, let me go say goodnight to my son real quick. We'll continue this chat in a little bit, okay? You guys give me like 2-3 minutes just to go say goodnight to my little dude. Wait, what am I asking for? I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. If you want to keep chatting, hang out here. I am going to go to be right back mode. I'm coming, bud. All right, we're back. Get my chat back. All right, what did I miss? Let's see. So just talking about the auction house. Look, I like the new auction house. I like the new auction house for a lot of reasons. I like the new auction house for a lot of reasons. And Random Jerry is probably the best coin maker I know. And if he likes the auction house too, that should tell you something, because he is absolutely an auction house boss. So any other questions or thoughts or anything? I always like to end my stream with a raid, so I am going to be, we'll find somebody to raid, somebody who's got, not too many viewers there. Raider, no. I will not tell them to bring the old auction house back. I do not want the old auction house back. The old auction house back would be bad for everybody who plays the game legitimately. Do coaches affect your defense in LVL? They do not. They do not, Super Saiyan. That was one of the things I was talking about that would be pretty neat if they had a way to bring it in. And thank you, Dilraj. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you hanging out in the stream. How did people get the 90 Aaron Rodgers card on day one of its release? Good pack luck. Good pack luck, or they spent a lot. So, a fix to the black jersey. So, Andre, my thoughts on that, and again, this is just my speculation because I honestly don't know, but I have seen the black jersey issue on my old device. The reality is, this is a pretty processor and RAM intensive game. It is a major update to Madden Mobile. It uses like 3D rendering. You've got players that are operating in 3D. I think, at least from what I've seen, because my two new high-end devices, my Galaxy S8 Plus and my Pixel 2, both run the game perfectly. They both run the game perfectly. However, my S5, while it can play the game, it has the black jersey problem. I think that is simply a matter of that phone not having the processor, the processing power, and the RAM to ensure that the game is played smoothly. So I don't know if there's anything they can do to fix that, because it's probably your device that just doesn't have the ability to process the 3D rendering that's required in the game. Unfortunately, I can personally recommend two phones. If you don't want the black jersey problem, the Galaxy S8 Plus and the Pixel 2, I've played on both of them. No black jersey problem on either. My go-to loadout right now is the one that I use the most would be Shanahan and Gurley. That's my go-to loadout for Overdrive. No, my Galaxy S8 Plus is mine. It's my normal phone. I got another phone because EA, during the test period of the game, as a game changer, they sent me the Pixel 2. And I appreciate that. And so I have that second device from them. How long should you play MM per day? However long you want, man. Home run play in the West Coast. I like FL Drive. It has home run potential. Not every time, but Seattle is phenomenal. Vert Stops is phenomenal. New Business is good. Pixel 2, I like it. It runs smooth, but honestly, it's smaller than my S8 Plus, which is why I play on my S8 Plus. I will say the Pixel 2 aligns perfectly to the screen size, so I wouldn't need that banner up at the top that basically is hiding the black bar. But yeah. Yeah, I love FL Drive in Overdrive. I love FL Drive. I spam it until I get my captain bonus, and then I switch to deep pass plays. Which league versus league set is the best? If you were going start to finish, like if you said, which has the best total player, like if you worked your way all the way through a single one, I would give it to strength, because that Leonard Fournette is a freaking monster. That 89 Leonard Fournette is a monster. I mean, that card is just so good. Look at that. 95 trucking, 91 speed. Just a monster. However, if you're free to play, let me give you some tips on this. Free to play. Justin Simmons, for speed, you want this card. He only takes 75 speed vouchers. You want this card. He's got 85 speed, which is incredibly fast. X-Follow is also another good one. Yeah, X-Follow is another one. I agree, Matt. There's a lot of spammable good plays. The West Coast... Jerry, I don't know why they did. I don't know why they do it. I think they sent me a phone that had the game preloaded on it before the game was out. That's probably why they did it. They sent me a phone to make sure that I had a phone that they gave me that had the game on it. So I had access to make content for you guys before the game came out. You definitely want this Justin Simmons from the speed. And across there, having a fast middle linebacker and a fast corner as well as a fast defensive end, you're not going to go wrong with the speed. You're not going to go wrong with the speed. Everyone's good there. The final boss in there, I really like the strength one. That Leonard Fournette is nasty. But honestly, early on, the jump one, this Eric Berry, I think is pretty decent. But not a huge fan there. If you're looking for a decent elite quarterback, that Deshaun Watson's not too bad. But yeah, I would say that I'd give it to speed and strength as my two favorite tiers to go for. Get different jerseys? I don't know. Maybe. What are the best schemes in order? I would say West Coast, spread, vertical, smash mouth. In that order for me. I am currently using Gurley. Hey, happy birthday to you, Joshua. Happy birthday, man. What's up, Joshua? So I'm getting ready to end it. Let me find somebody to raid. I'm not a fan of vertical, especially in LVL. And the biggest reason is, the reason I think West Coast is hands down the best scheme, especially in LVL, is the options of its 2-point conversion plays. West Coast has the best 2-point conversion plays in Madden Overdrive. And considering that on any given drive, you have a potential at 8 points, the 2-point conversion is 25% of your potential points on a single snap each drive. So having a very reliable 2-point conversion play is, in my opinion, extremely, extremely, extremely important. And that is why I give it to that particular scheme as being the best overall scheme. So I have a kind of a tradition on my channel. I like to raid the smallest channel that I can find, just because they normally get a good reaction when they go from having one person to 50 people, and hopefully it'll be entertaining. But here is my suggested raid. I think this person was actually in the stream earlier, so let's go show him some love, see how he reacts. I'll hang out here while this is going and see his reaction. We will see what he says. So he went from 1 to 16. Oh, he's actually doing his LVL drives live, and it looks like he's in Flamenco, which is a pretty good league. So let's see how this goes. Okay, he's freaking out a little bit that we rated him. Let's see how he does. We're going to watch his LVL live here. He got a network timeout. I kind of feel bad. Let's see if he gets another NTO. Or if he... Ooh, it's getting laggy with all these people watching. All right, I'm going to end mine. I'm going to hang out in his stream for just a minute and see if this this picks up. I love you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Truly appreciate you guys. You're the best. Golf Dynasty, hey, thanks so much for the donation, man. I don't do mods that way, man, but if you keep coming up in the streams and you're always like a positive person and a positive person here in the stream, I could definitely consider you to for mod, but I only add mods when I need them. But anyways, I love you guys. CHF.